And the Lord spake unto Moses in Leviticus 22, saying, Speak unto Aaron and to his sons, that they separate themselves from the holy things of the children of Israel, that they profane not my holy name in those things which they hallow unto me. I am the Lord. Say unto them, wheresoever he be of all your seed among the generations, that goeth into the holy things which the children of Israel hallow unto the Lord, having his uncleanness upon them, that soul shall be cut off from my presence. I am the Lord. What man soever of the seed of Aaron is a leper, or hath a running issue, he shall not eat of the holy things until he be clean. And whoso toucheth anything that is unclean by the dead, or a man whose seed goeth from him, or whosoever toucheth any creeping thing whereby he be made unclean, or a man of whom he may take uncleanness, whatsoever uncleanness he hath, the soul of which hath touched any such shall be unclean until even, and shall not eat of the holy things, unless he wash his flesh with water. And when the sun is down, he shall be clean, and shall afterward eat of the holy things, because it is his food. That which dieth of itself, or is torn with beast, he shall not eat to defile himself therewith. I am the Lord. If they shall therefore keep mine ordinance, if they bear sin for it, and die therefore, if they profane it, the Lord do sanctify them. There shall no stranger eat of the holy thing. A sojourner of the past, or a hired servant, shall not eat of the holy thing. But if the priest buy any soul with his money, he shall eat of it. And he that is born in his house, they shall eat of his meat. If the priest's daughter also be married unto a stranger, she may not eat of an offering of the holy things. But if the priest's daughter be of a widow or divorced, and have no child, and is returned into her father's house, as in her youth, she shall eat of her father's meat, and there shall be no stranger eat thereof. And if a man eat of the holy thing unwittingly, he shall put the fifth part thereof into it, and shall give it unto the priest with the holy thing. And they shall not profane the holy things of the children of Israel, which they offer unto the Lord, or suffer them to bear the iniquity of trespass when they eat at their holy things. For I, the Lord, do sanctify them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and to his sons, to all the children of Israel, and say unto them, Whatsoever he be of the house of Israel, or the strangers in Israel, that will offer his oblation for all his vows, and for his freewill offerings, which they will offer unto the Lord for a burnt offering, you shall offer at your own will a male without blemish, of the beeves, of the sheep, or of the goats. But whatsoever hath blemish, that ye shall not offer, for it shall not be acceptable for you. And whatsoever offereth a sacrifice of peace offering unto the Lord to accomplish his vow, or a freewill offering in the beeves or sheep, it shall be perfect to be accepted. There shall be no blemish therein. Blind, or broken, or maimed, or having a wind, or scurvy, or scab, ye shall not offer these unto the Lord, nor make an offering by fire of them upon the altar unto the Lord, either a bullock or a lamb that hath anything superfluous, or lacking in his parts, that mayest thou offer for a freewill offering, but for a vow it should not be accepted. You shall not offer unto the Lord that which is bruised, or crushed, or broken, or cut, neither shall you make any offering thereof in your land. Neither from a stranger's hand shall you offer the bread of your glory of any of these, because their corruption is in them, and blemishes be in them, and they shall not be accepted for you. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, When a bullock or a sheep or a goat is brought forth, then it shall be 7 days under the dam, and from the 8th day and thenceforth it shall be accepted for an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And whether it be cow or ewe, you shall not kill it, and her young both in 1 day. And when you will offer a sacrifice of thanksgiving unto the Lord, offer it at your own will. On the same day it shall be eaten up. You shall leave none of it until the morrow. I am the Lord. Therefore you shall keep my commandments, and do them. I am the Lord. Neither shall you profane my holy name, but I will be hallowed among thy children of Israel. I am the Lord which hallow you, that brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord. Leviticus 23, And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, that these are my feast. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is a Sabbath of rest, a holy convocation. You shall do no work therein. It is a Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover, and on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days you must eat unleavened bread. In the first day you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days, and the 7th day is a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come into the land which I give unto you, ye shall reap the harvest thereof. Ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest, and he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath of the priest shall wave it. And you shall offer that day, when you wave the sheaf, a he lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Lord. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil, and an offering by fire made unto the Lord for a sweet savor. And in the drink offering thereof shall there be of wine, and in the 4th part of a hin. And ye shall neither eat bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the selfsame day that you brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2/10 deals. They shall be of fine flour, they shall be baken with leaven, they are the first fruits unto the Lord. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and their drink offering, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Lord. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord. With the 2 lambs they shall be holy to the Lord for a priest. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be a holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. And when you reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of the field when thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of the harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing trumpets, a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Also on the 10th day of the 7th month there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. For whosoever soul it be shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at evening, from even to evening, until ye celebrate your Sabbath. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of this 7th month shall be a feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. On the 1st day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day there shall be a holy convocation unto you. And ye shall offer an offering made by the fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering, a meat offering, the sacrifice of drink offering, and everything upon this day. Beside the Sabbaths of the Lord, and beside your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your freewill offerings which ye give unto the Lord, also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days, and on the 1st day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath, and ye shall take you on the 1st day the boughs of godly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and the willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year, and it shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in the booths, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths. When I brought them out of the land of Egypt, I am the Lord your God. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord. Leviticus 24, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel that they bring unto thee pure olive oil beaten for the light, to cause the lamps to burn continually. Without the veil of the testimony in the tabernacle of the congregation shall Aaron order it from the evening to the morning before the Lord continually. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. He shall order the lamps upon the pure candlestick before the Lord continually. And thou shalt take fine flour, and bake 12 cakes thereof. 2 tenths deals shall be in one cake, and thou shalt set them in 2 rows, 6 upon a row, upon the pure table before the Lord. And thou shalt put pure frankincense upon each row, and it may be on the bread for a memorial, even an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Every Sabbath he shall set it in order before the Lord continually, being taken from the children of Israel by an everlasting covenant. And it shall be Aaron and his sons, and they shall eat it in the holy place, for it is most holy unto him, the offerings of the Lord, made by fire by a perpetual statute. And the son of an Israelitish woman, whose father was Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel. And the son of the Israelitish woman and the man of Israel strove together in the camp. And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of the Lord and cursed. And they brought him unto Moses, and his name was Selomith, and the daughter of Dibri, the tribe of Dan. And they put him inward, and the mind of the Lord might be showed them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Bring forth him that cursed without the camp, and let all that heard him lay hands upon his head, and let the congregation stone him. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, Whosoever curseth his God shall bear his sin, and he that blasphemeth the name of the Lord, he shall surely be put to death. And all the congregation shall certainly stone him, as well as a stranger, as he is born into the land. And when the blasphemeth the name of the Lord shall be put to death. And he that killeth any man shall be surely put to death. He that killeth a beast shall make it good, beast for beast. And if a man cause a blemish in his neighbor as he had done, so shall it be done to him. Breach for breach, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. As he hath caused a blemish in man, so it shall be done to him. And he that killeth a beast shall restore it. And he that killeth a man, he shall be put to death. Ye shall have one manner of law, as well for the stranger as for your own country, for I am the Lord your God. And Moses spake to the children of Israel, and what they should bring forth in him that had cursed out of the camp, and stone him with stones. And the children of Israel did as the Lord commanded.